Your makeup doesn't have to look boring, especially if you wear glasses all the time. So this is what we're looking like now. You can see how we went from 0 to looking like this. If you want to wear your makeup and you don't want your makeup to separate, especially around your nose area or especially around where the glasses is going to sit on, you can follow through this technique, follow through this step. So you can see on my nose, look at the lines on the side. There is no crack on it. Now that's a tutorial you want to sit around to watch, especially if you are a nerd, you wear glasses. This is it. Let's put on glasses and show you how it look with the glasses on. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are just seeing me, hi, my name is Cindy. Good to have you here. You're most definitely welcome. Today, just like you have clicked on the title and the thumbnail, today we are doing a different kind of makeup, and today I'm going to be doing the makeup for the nerds and for those that wear glasses. And as you can see, I have on a different style. I have my glasses on because I've been wanting to do this type of tutorial, especially for the ladies that always wear glasses and we want to look glam and all. Just in case you don't know, I am nearsighted, and nearsightedness is someone that can see object or subject really close, and there is far-sightedness, and far-sightedness or far-sighted people are people who can see object or subjects from afar, so they can't see objects or subjects really close to them or really close. First of all, you want to identify your eye defect. It doesn't affect this kind of video. Just in case you don't know, I shared a video on how I almost lost my sight. We're gonna start with the tutorial, so I'm gonna take this off. To start off this makeup, I'm gonna be using a primer, and I'm using a mattifying primer. I am oily skin, so I have to use a mattifying primer, and if you are dry skin, you can opt to use an hydrating primer, and if you have large pores, you want to make sure to use a pore filler or pore filling primer. So I'm going to apply the primer on my T-zone area. All right guys, so something I forgot to put out there, or something I want to share out there, is before applying your makeup, you want to make sure to identify the areas or identify where your glasses or where your eyeglasses is falling or lapping on. So especially your nose region, you don't want to apply too much product on that area, and just note it. So on my nose where my glasses laps on, I'm going to be careful with the makeup application, and the line around my hairline region as well, where I'm going to apply makeup, I'm also going to take note of that area. This also applies to those wearing sunglasses as well, and also if you have bigger frame glasses that are going to be lapping on this side as well, you want to take note of that area or take note of that portion of your face. For foundation, I'm not going to be applying a lot of foundation on my face because I don't want the product to move or separate on my skin, or separate because of our glasses. Because sometimes a lot of us wear glasses for a really long time without even taking them off, and sometimes you want to have your makeup still intact. To place the foundation, I'm going to use a foundation brush using a damp beauty sponge to blend everything. So on this portion of my face, especially the areas where I have large pores and where my eyeglasses is going to sit on, I'm just going to be using the leftover from my beauty sponge to blend that out. I'm not going to apply a lot of product on that area. Actually, the amount of products you're going to apply on that area should be minimal. And I'm also going to skip applying any product on my nose. You can see that I'm gently pushing this product into my skin, so it does not look like we're applying any product on that area, and I'm patting it one area of my face at a time. I'm not patting it in the circular motion. I'm just gently pushing it into my skin, and I'm taking my time doing that. You don't want to be in a hurry, especially when applying product on that area. Go back to the beauty sponge and blend everything together on my face so it looks seamless and gives me a better coverage. I'm going to be using a concealer that is close or similar to the foundation that I use. Don't use a mattifying concealer for your under eye, especially around your nose area. I'm just going to place the concealer around the areas of my face where I would usually place concealer to highlight, and I'm not applying a lot of concealer, and I'm avoiding this section of my nose because this is where the glasses or my glasses usually sits on, and I don't want to apply product on that area. blend it in with a damp beauty sponge. And the area where there is concealer on my nose, I'm going to use my fingers to blend that out. And we are still trying to avoid my nose area. Don't apply any product on that side. So I'm going to use a cream blush just to apply on the high point of my face or on my cheekbone area where I would usually apply blush. I'm just placing the blush only around the side of my face. Go over with the beauty sponge to blend everything together. Next, I'm going to set my face using the setting powder, and I'm using this one from Black Opal. This is the soft velvet finishing powder and is in the shade medium. I'm just going to use it to set my under eye area and the places I applied concealer, and press or push the powder into my skin. And I'm using a really light amount of powder on my under eye area. And again, notice how I am applying the powder and also avoiding my nose area. I know I applied the powder and the powder is around this side of my nose where my glasses would sit on, but we're gonna work on that so that when you wear your glasses, your makeup doesn't separate on that area. So to blend that out around my nose area, I'm gonna use my finger again to blend everything to take off the harsh lines on that area. And as you can see on my nose, we only have primer on that area, and every product that is being applied to that area, I'm using my finger to warm it up on my skin so it doesn't look too much on that area. I'm going to proceed to setting the rest of my face, especially where I applied concealer, my forehead area. So around the sides of my face where I have large pores, I'm going to apply some of the powder on that area, but I'm not going to apply a lot on that area as well, and push the product into the skin. So I'm going to set my cream blush, and I'm going to be using the powder blush to set that so the cream product does not move or separate on my skin. And I'm also going to apply a light amount of the product. So I'm going to proceed to contour, and I'm using the powder palette, and I'm taking or using the darkest shade from the powder palette to contour my face, the hollows of my face. From the same powder palette, I'm going to mix 2 shades from there to set the rest of my face and to blend everything to take off the harsh lines. And I know by now you'll be wondering when if we're gonna leave our nose like this without applying product on it. Don't worry, we'll get to that. Let us finish with the skin work or other parts of our face before we proceed on to the nose area. I'm also going to blend the areas where I applied blush so it doesn't look too much and take off the harsh lines around that area. Now I'm going to set my entire face using the setting spray just to seal everything together to take off the excess powder on my face. Now when it comes to eyeshadow, especially if you're going to be wearing glasses and if you have huge frame and if the glasses makes your eyes smaller, now you want to make sure to do your eyeshadow to make sure that the whatever eyeshadow you're applying on your face or on your eyes, when you wear your glasses, it doesn't look lost in it. And if the glasses makes your eyes more bigger, you want to make sure to apply eyeshadow that will make your eye look small or moderate and not or look too huge or too wide open. So for me, glasses makes my eyes smaller. I already have small eyes already and it makes it smaller than it is. So I'm gonna do this eyeshadow to open up my eyes a bit. The eyeshadow today I'm gonna be using is by Sherwin Williams and Zickel. I'm using the darkest shade from the palette. I forgot to bake my under eye area. I'm gonna do that real quick. And I'm using the Inglot setting powder, patch out the fallout mostly. So yes, we're strategic with the baking and we're avoiding the areas where the glasses is going to sit on or rest on. So I'm gonna apply the brown eyeshadow around my crease area, just slightly above my crease area. Gonna stamp that slightly above my crease, and while applying the brown eyeshadow above your crease, or we also make sure to blend it out to take off the harsh lines. I'm gonna place the shimmer on my lid space area, so I'm gonna be using this one. I think this one has kind of gold shimmer to it. I'm using shimmer shade of eyeshadow because with shimmers tends to make your eyes pop up a bit, but if your eyes are kind of wide, to make it look a bit more smaller or not too wide, you can use matte shades on it so there is no much concentration on your eyes. For the outer corner of my eye, especially my outer V area, I'm going to be using the palette from Focal Beauty. I'm just going to be using the deepest or darkest shade from it. Now you don't have to go through all of this step. You can just use your bronzer to bronze up and your highlighter on your lid space or on your eye. eyes. From the same palette, I'm gonna use a shade, the lighter shade from it for my inner corner. So I'm gonna proceed to using a black liner, and I'm using a gel liner to line my eyes. It's all dependent on you. You can decide to elongate your liner, like to create a wing. For me, I'm just going to create a baby wing, nothing serious. So I'm going to be using a nude liner, just warm it up a bit at the back of my hand. For my lower waterline, now you don't want to use a black eyeliner on that area. To open up your eyes, you want to use a brightened color, or use a color that will open up your eyes, especially if glasses makes your eyes smaller. But if it makes your eyes open and you don't want much attention on your eyes, you can go up or go for more darker shade to close up your eyes, or not put much concentration on your eyes or much focus on your eyes. You can see the difference. No, I'm not going to be leaving my lower waterline like this. You want to go in with another layer of eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using the Focalo eyeshadow palette. I'm just taking some of the brown shades. You can see that. Place it on my lower waterline and blend it to take off the harsh line. Make sure there is no harsh lines. For me, I'm just going to stick with mascara, and for mascara I'm using the Black Opal volumizing mascara. If you want to use artificial lashes, you can use, but make sure you use the ones that would not obstruct or touch your glasses lens. This is what we're currently looking like, and I know this was a lot of step, or this was a lot doing this. For my under eye area, I'm gonna dust off the eyeshadow fallout on there because we have some shimmers around there, and I'm just gonna use powder, the same powder from my powder palette. And yes, we still don't have anything around my nose area. We're gonna work on that pretty soon, but it doesn't actually look like we don't have anything on the nose. I'm gonna be mixing two shades from my highlight palette. Just place the highlighter slightly above where I place the blush. For lip, I'm gonna line my lip using the brown lip pencil. Now you can switch up your lip, you can use the lip color that you prefer, but for me, I'm just gonna be keeping it really simple, and I'm gonna be using a nude lipstick. So I'm using a brown lip liner. I'm just using a nude lip gloss to top that over. To seal the entire makeup, I'm gonna use a matte setting spray. I'm gonna spritz it all over on my face. Now onto the last and final part for my nose area. I know this is the part all of you have been waiting for. The nose area, I'm going to be using the blotting powder on that area. I'm just going to blot it around my nose area and concentrate it around my nose area, especially the areas where my glasses sit on. I'm using the blotting powder because it is lightweight, it doesn't have color, it's not going to change anything, it's not going to look heavy on that area. So even when you wear your glasses, those annoying lines on the face where you see on the nose side, you won't see them on your nose because the product you're applying on the side is not much. You don't have heavy product on your nose area or on the area where the glasses is sitting on. And if you're worried that the blotting powder will not blend into your makeup, don't worry, you can always apply the powder and blend it into the other sides of your makeup. I'm also going to apply the blotting powder on the areas of my face where I tend to produce oil the most, especially my large pores or my T-zone area. All right, now you can see how our nose is looking like. I'm just going to wrap it up here. So before wearing your glasses, you want to take the cloth of the glasses or a wipe and wipe your nose area, especially the area where your glasses will be sitting on your skin, especially on your nose area. So I'm just going to take it out to wipe it up, and I'm also going to take some of the matte setting spray and spritz on it. Make sure to thoroughly clean that up to take off the oils. So I'm gonna put on my glasses, and so this is what we're looking like now. You can see how we went from 0 to looking like this. Now if you want to wear your makeup and you don't want your makeup to separate, especially around your nose area or especially around where the glasses is going to sit on, you can follow through this technique, follow through this step. Now I'm gonna roll it over again. Make sure to set your entire face before using your blotting powder on that area, so you can use a blotting paper to blot off the oil on that area of your nose or on that area of your face. Now I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did create, and you learned one or two things from this tutorial. Your makeup doesn't have to look boring, or you don't have to look boring, especially if you're going to be wearing glasses, or especially if you wear glasses all the time and you want to look glammed up even with your glasses. Now this tutorial is going to help you, or this tutorial is here to guide you. And so let me know other tutorials you'd like me to create. Also leave your video suggestion in the comments down below as well, And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, turn on your post notification bell so you don't miss out on my future uploads. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and check out my other videos for other makeup tutorials or other makeup recommendations or other product recommendation or videos you might find interesting to stay connected. So you can see on my nose, look at the lines on the side. Guys, look at the lines on my nose area, especially this side. There is no crack on it. There is no single crack on it. Now this is the tutorial you want to sit around to watch, especially if you are a nerd, you wear glasses. This is it. Let's put on glasses and show you how I look with the glasses on.